Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautorestore.com. I'd like to share with you an update. We're making lots of progress on Eileen. This is the 1978 Volkswagen Westphalia van. So you can see in our previous video we were talking about doing the epoxy and all the bare metal. And then once the epoxy was cured, we did the high build primer, the gray primer. And then we've done a lot of block sanding and a lot of smoothing. So you can see now, I think if you can, the camera should be able to pick it up. You can see all the work that we've been doing to the front, and it looks kind of odd right now because you have different colors. You've got some of the epoxy, you've got some of the smoother, and then you can see the gray primer. And this is basically a bunch of stages because we use different grits of paper, sandpaper, as we get smoother and smoother, and then we find less and less flaws so that we have a really nice straight and body correct lines. So what we've done, lots of progress since our last video. We now have dry fitted the doors on, so you can see we've done a lot of individual work on the van, but then also on the doors. And now we've dry fit the doors on, and we have proper adjustment and proper alignment. So now we continue with the block sanding, the smoothing, and then you can see where there's any imperfections or little door dings, we've corrected those. And as we come down the driver's side, you can see you've got our middle panel, or our middle section, and there's just less and less flaws being found as we're block sanding it out. You can make a note of the nice seam. These are the factory correct seams that are still there. A lot of these buses, they lose these definition lines, and they're covered up with body filler, and we have the proper definition lines. You can see here there's a little bit of smoother in certain areas, but it's really coming along quite nicely in terms of smoothness. And then as we start coming around the back of the driver's side, you can see we also dry fitted the back hatchback door, or the hatch opening where the glass is going to be, and we've even done a lot of work on the engine lid and the alignment and adjustment on this lid. So you can see it looks kind of funny right now with the different colors, but you can see all of the work that's required, block sanding it out to get everything to match and to be smooth and everything correct. So you can see how nicely this is coming along around the back. And then as we come around the passenger side, same kind of idea. You can see we have the nice groove here. We have a little bit of putty in different areas, but the body's coming along very nicely. And then as we come back along this passenger side, same idea. There's very few flaws left, so we're getting closer and closer to the proper smoothness throughout. And then you can see on the inside, last time I shared the inside of this van, it was bare metal, and you can see now so much more progress. We have this black that you see, which is the two-part epoxy, and there's 3 coats, and it's sealed completely all of the bare metal or steel. And then even in the front, I think I can just open this door, and you can see even in the front here where we have all of the panels that were bare metal are all protected with a two-part epoxy in behind the dash, the floor, and even underneath the seats. And then once that epoxy was cured, the black, we now have the gray primer over top. And that's what we've been doing in terms of the block sanding and smoothing. And then you can see this door we did quite a bit of work on. This one had substantial rust holes and pinholes through, and this is a completely new door skin where we've removed the old skin, cut it off, and welded in this new one. And in shipping there was a couple of waves in terms of damage, and it was very light here, so we have it coming along quite nicely. You can see the gaps and the seams are correct as they should be. So lots of progress. So we're just getting ready. I'm going to be applying another 2 or 3 coats of a gray high build primer, and then we'll be going on to the next grid of paper. So just a short brief update. This is Eileen, 1978 Volkswagen Bus, and I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.